Orlando Bloom has stood by his former Pirates of the Caribbean co-star, Keira Knightley, after she opened up about the intense criticism she faced for her role in the blockbuster franchise. The two actors, who starred alongside Johnny Depp in the iconic Disney films, developed a strong professional bond while working together. Now, years later, Orlando is showing his unwavering support for Keira as she reflects on both the highs and lows of her time as Elizabeth Swann. During a recent Zoom call with Entertainment Weekly, Orlando, now 48, reminisced about his own experiences filming the Pirates series. He described the films as a defining era in his life, one that shaped his career and personal growth. Despite his fond memories, he expressed deep empathy for Keira's mixed feelings regarding her experience. He acknowledged the scrutiny she faced, commending her resilience and remarkable contributions to the franchise. "It was an incredible journey for all of us, and I have nothing but gratitude for the experience," Orlando shared. "But I completely understand where Keira is coming from. She was incredibly young when she took on that role, and the level of attention, both positive and negative, was overwhelming. It's easy to look back now and appreciate the success, but I can see how challenging it must have been for her at the time." Orlando, who played Will Turner, a skilled blacksmith who finds himself entangled in the perilous world of pirates, fondly recalled the first film's impact when it premiered in 2003. His character's journey, intertwined with Keira's Elizabeth Swann, became one of the franchise's core storylines, beloved by audiences worldwide. The films propelled both actors into superstardom, but while Orlando largely embraced the adventure, Keira found herself struggling under the weight of public perception. Speaking candidly with The Times in November, the Love Actually star, now 39, reflected on the profound effect the Pirates franchise had on her career and personal life. While the films undoubtedly boosted her to international fame, they also subjected her to relentless criticism. "I was seen as S*** because of the franchise, and yet because they did so well, I was given the opportunity to do the films that I ended up getting Oscar nominations for," Keira admitted. "They were the most successful films I'll ever be a part of, and they were the reason that I was taken down publicly." Despite the harsh scrutiny, Keira acknowledged that the success of Pirates of the Caribbean opened doors for her. The widespread popularity of the films gave her opportunities to take on more diverse roles, ultimately leading to critically acclaimed performances in projects like Pride and Prejudice, 2005, and Atonement, 2007, both of which earned her Academy Award nominations. "It was a strange paradox," Keira continued. "On one hand, these movies gave me a career. On the other, they made me a target for criticism that was often deeply unfair. I was very young and still figuring things out, and suddenly the world had an opinion on everything about me, how I looked, how I spoke, how I carried myself. It was a lot to deal with." Orlando, who also gained widespread fame through his role as Legolas in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, understands the pressures of Hollywood all too well. However, he noted that Keira, as a young woman in the industry, faced a particularly brutal level of scrutiny that he was somewhat shielded from. "The industry was very different back then, especially for young actresses," Orlando said. "Keira handled it with incredible grace, but that doesn't mean it was easy for her. She was constantly under a microscope, and no matter how well she performed, people always found something to criticize. That's not fair, especially when you consider how much talent she has and how much effort she put into every role." While reflecting on their time together on set, Orlando emphasized how much he admired Keira's dedication to her craft. He recalled moments during filming when she pushed herself to deliver the best performance possible, despite the pressures surrounding her. "Keira was extraordinary on set," he said. "She was only 17 when we started filming the first Pirates movie, yet she carried herself with such professionalism. She had an immense amount of responsibility on her shoulders, and she handled it beautifully. Watching her grow as an actress over the years has been incredible. She's always had that spark, that undeniable talent that sets her apart." Keira's character, Elizabeth Swann, underwent significant development throughout the Pirates franchise. Initially introduced as the governor's daughter, Elizabeth evolved into a fierce, independent leader who ultimately became the Pirate King. Her transformation resonated with many fans, yet Keira often found herself battling sexist criticism that undermined her work. People were quick to dismiss Elizabeth as just a love interest, but she was so much more than that, Orlando said. She was intelligent, strong-willed, and capable. She fought her own battles and refused to be sidelined. Keira brought so much depth to that role, and I don't think she gets enough credit for it. Despite the challenges, Keira has continued to build an impressive career, taking on roles in historical dramas, indie films, and feminist narratives. She has spoken openly about the importance of choosing roles that empower women and challenge outdated industry norms. Looking back, Orlando remains grateful for his time in the Pirates franchise but acknowledges that, for Keira, the experience was more complicated. He hopes that, in retrospect, she can also appreciate the impact she had on audiences and the legacy of her character. "I think it's important to recognize the full picture," he concluded. "Yes, there were struggles, and yes, the criticism was unfair, but Keira's contribution to those films was immense. She helped shape one of the most beloved franchises of all time, and no amount of negativity can take that away." As the conversation around Hollywood's treatment of young actors continues to evolve, Keira's story serves as a reminder of the pressures and double standards that persist within the industry. However, with supportive colleagues like Orlando Bloom standing by her side, she remains a testament to resilience, talent, and the enduring power of great storytelling.